Alrighty then, hello. My name is DJ. I'm back at it again with this stupid, dumb bullshit. I probably shouldn't swear in the first 10 seconds. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We walking along. It's pretty chill, it's pretty cold, pretty windy. Kinda sprinkle snowing a little bit. Probably can't see it. That tree's, he's having a bad day. Well, both that one and that one. Got a crick in his neck. 10,000 years will give you such a... Anyway, so... Jeez. Oh, autism really is crazy, isn't it? Anyway, so... We walking, we hiking, we chilling, we trailing, we vibing. I really am just awful about actually doing things that I want and say and think to do. It sucks. It really sucks. Really sucks. Just feels like there's a whole world of doubt and I don't know. Doubt, mostly. Hate. Shame, guilt, etc. It's kind of nifty. Maybe I'll stand over here for a minute. But either way, you know, oh well. Who am I to complain? Life be lifin'. Jive be jivin'. We jivin' for sure. We jivin' for sure. This is kind of cool. There's a big, just like, what do you even call it? It's a dip. It's a dip, you know. Like there's a hill that goes down. Whoa. So cool. So cool. Anyway, I don't think there's any people anywhere near here. Hopefully not. There was quite a few before, but probably got away from most of them at this point. So, figured I'd take a walk along. Anyway, so as I'm going through here, something I just wanted to explain. I guess the next lesson, basically part 2 of the thesis of this channel. If part 1, I just thought I heard something, got paranoid there. Anyway, if part 1 is basically that the social contract is broken, part 2 is this civilization is failing. And I know that probably sounds dramatic. Woe is me. That really just like, holy moly. It's fine, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, I know it probably sounds dramatic, sounds alarmist, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, understandable, but the core truth of it is still there, right? This civilization is failing. Let me grab a stick. Here's a nice stick. It's got another handle. It's like a Count Dooku lightsaber. You know. Anyway, we'll carry a stick this time too. Why not? Bing, boom, bomb. So yeah. Anyway, the social contract is broken, and this civilization is failing. So why is it failing? Well, it's failing because the social contract is broken. But what do I mean by failing? The answer to that question is basically everything, you know? I mean, there's a whole bunch of statistics, you know. Other YouTubers go into that all the time. I'm sure plenty of people have seen, most people know. And frankly, even if you don't see the statistics, you can literally just go anywhere, ask anyone on the street, you know, how they think the world is going, basically. And it's like, yeah, no, not good. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. So I just want to, highlight some of the ways in which that is happening. Basically, I think the primary thing, the main issue is basically the economy, finances, the wealth gap, wealth disparity, inequality has just gotten so disgustingly large. It's gotten worse and worse, like dramatically. Like it's just like shooting up, like a whoo, like an exponential curve or whatever. I'm not a mathist, but it's gotten a lot worse very quickly, and it is becoming increasingly evident in people's day-to-day lives. I mean, it's like the average person, especially, I mean, like let me just okay, demographic, or no, maybe not demographic, but just like percentage wise, I don't know the exact stats, but let's just say roughly, 10 to 20% of people at the tippy top are doing like ridiculously well, right? And then the bottom 10 to 20% are doing pretty much just as awful as they always have. Sure, okay. But then the middle, 60 to 80% is just getting completely screwed, absolutely fucked in the ass, and not in the fun way, and this is one of those things that, of course I've been experiencing, but it's not about me. It's the fact that I see it everywhere I go, everything I look at online, everyone I talk to. It's like, it's an issue. People are spending all of their time working their asses off at boring, brain dead end, meaningless jobs that nobody cares about, nobody enjoys, everyone hates it, and they make just barely enough money to get by, to afford food, and maybe their rent, and other bills, and their car, and gas, etc. And that's basically it, okay? Disposable income has just become, insane luxury in this country. And again, I don't have the stats on that, but it's just, personal experience and talking to other people, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but it's like, I know I can obviously, I can work hard, I can move up, I can do better, blah, 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 but what pisses me off is the fact that there's so many other people that won't be able to. And it's just wrong, the way they're being exploited and screwed over. And so, yeah, I mean, it's really that simple. The whole financial economic aspect of it is basically just that. Everyone is getting screwed over by the top 10, 20%. All these giant corporations are cutting costs as much as possible, raising prices as much as possible, seeking profit above everything else. Nothing else matters except for profit, and so they're literally bleeding the world dry. They're sucking the life out of all of us. They keep sucking on the glass, They're freaking parasites. I mean, they do productive things. They build these massive, efficient, optimized, companies that produce things, provide services, etc. That's nice and all well and good, sure. But at the same time, they're using that as leverage to essentially rip off the entire world, which is just such such a shame, and like frankly just bullshit. So yeah, that's like number one big chungus reason why civilization is failing. But aside from that, other factors, pretty much all of which, you know, are related to that economic piece, is basically the destruction of communities and families. You know, everyone is stuck inside, messing around on the internet. The whole culture is I mean, I'm kind of veering off into different topics here, but like the whole culture is just toxic as fuck. It's like no one trusts each other anymore. No one cares about each other anymore. No one can be sincere about anything, any chance, any attempt to like seriously talk about, you know, ideas or feelings or whatever is immediately met with like, oh, I don't want to talk about that, or oh, you know, it makes me anxious, or oh, I'm not your therapist, go see a therapist. And it's just fucking, that's a whole nother thing I could go off on in a different video. But point is, I need to get rid of this stick. My hands are getting cold. Holy moly. Just like a sheesh. Frick and a frack, dude. Put my hand in my sleeve. Like so. Warm it up a little bit. Anyway, culture is so freaking toxic, largely because of this you know, economic disparity, because it feels like everyone feels like they have to take advantage of each other to get by, right? It's like you see people, you know, resorting to cheap tricks to make money, or freaking scalping shit, reselling it at a higher price. And it's like, that's not productive, you know? You're not actually doing anything helpful in the world. You are literally just stealing money from people, basically. And frankly, that's what a lot of these corporations are doing too, is they're just stealing money. They're redirecting it. They're shuffling it around. They aren't actually doing anything productive, or at least not nearly as much as they could and should. To be honest, I'm not really sure where the hell to go. I think I should probably go this way. Let's hope I don't get lost. Anyway, so yeah, the whole culture is kind of screwed up. It feels like everyone just kind of hates each other, to be honest. Maybe that's just me, because, you know, again, the whole tism thing. I'm not great at interacting with people, but frankly, the biggest reason for that is because, like, I have to be sincere, you know? Like, I'm a very sincere person. I'm a very honest person. I'm a very genuine and sensitive person, you know? I have thoughts and feelings that I like to share, but I can't. I literally can't. No one wants to fucking listen to it. It's crazy. It's insane. It's awful. I hate it, you know? I hate it so much. The entire culture is just like anti-human. It's anti-reality. It's anti-truth. It's anti-honesty. Ridiculous. Anyway, kind of veering off on a tangent. I could go into a lot of that stuff more later on, but like I said, just kind of highlighting the main areas where we are completely failing. Financially is a big one. Culture is a big one. Socially, like I said, community and family is just kind of non-existent nowadays. There's like nowhere to go. Of course, a big part of that is because no one has money to spend to do things. And so, You know, of course, when your social interaction, your communities are completely falling apart, that also means people aren't really meeting each other, they aren't making friends, they aren't finding partners, and so then you get into the real big problem is the birth rates are plummeting. You know, marriage rates are plummeting, the amount of sex people are having is plummeting. I would certainly know about that, but again, it's not about me, it's about the trends, the wider society at large that is just completely falling apart. Anyway, marriage, relationship, all that sort of stuff is just going down dramatically. And again, birth rates, like that's that's the real one that's like, oh no, if we don't fix that, we're gonna have a serious problem, you know? Society cannot function if people are not having children. Like, literally, it just, the whole thing falls apart because you can't replace all the people that are doing the things to keep the society running. You know, and I see a lot of people, this is so complicated. This is so complicated. And this is why I have to make like a million fucking videos, because it's just so multifaceted, you know, there's like a million different aspects to it. Where the frick am I going? My hand is really cold. Sheesh. I think this heads back, maybe? Does it? Possibly. I don't know, to be honest. I'm just gonna keep it this way. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure we won't die of hypothermia or anything like that. I'm sure we won't get frostbite on my fingers. Definitely not. That's for sure. Anyway, like I was saying, it's just, it's so complicated, you know? There's so many issues. And they're all like, they all interact with each other. Like, it's not just one thing in isolation and then another thing in isolation. It's like a billion things. I mean, you know, 7-8 billion people all interacting and screwing each other over in all sorts of ways, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, it's just awful. It's really bad. And like I said, it's just been getting worse and worse. And I feel like it's becoming increasingly evident to, like, everyone that, like, I literally could not go into work without, you know, having a conversation with someone about how fucking miserable it is. You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. It's like someone asked me, and again, this is something I can make a whole video about. But, like, I go into work and like, oh, my boss will ask me, oh, hey, you know, how's it going? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, great, fantastic. Hey, you know, I'm trying to live my life, be in a good mood. I'm, you know, have a good attitude at work, and they're like, oh yeah, you're a liar. Like, no, of course you're not happy. What do you mean? That's crazy. I'm miserable, so you gotta be miserable too. Like, geez. You know, and it's like, God, it's just awful. I hate it. It sucks, you know. Everyone is just so fucking miserable, and I'm sick of it. You know, I'm sick of being miserable myself, but I'm also sick of everyone else being miserable and making it so much harder for me not to be, you know? Like, I don't know, is that selfish? Is that weird? Is that crazy? I don't think so. I think it makes sense. So, anyway, that's like literally everywhere I go, everything I do, no matter what. If there are other people around who live in this society, they will just make it worse and harder and more miserable because they're miserable. And it's not like I blame these people, you know. It's the whole system is messed up. The whole system is broken, and everyone's just kind of living in it. problem is everyone's just kind of floating through it. They aren't actually doing anything about it. They're just like, whatever. I guess it's fine. I'll deal with it. But that... Oh, what the hell? How did that happen? There's literally a stick stuck right in my... You see that? That's crazy. What the fuck? Damn. Anyway. So, yeah. Like I said, the social contract is broken, and the civilization is failing. Okay? That's the main idea. That's why, basically, I have decided to stop participating in it, because it's not working. It's not working for me. It's not working for the vast majority of people. And so the fact of the matter is we have to do something to change it, to fix it. And, you know, as an individual, really all I can do is give up my consent, you know? I just stop consenting to it, you know? Boycott the bullshit that we're living through. And, you know, obviously not everyone can do that to the same extent that I'm intending to, and I'm sure it won't exactly be the easiest thing for me even, but even if I can just find some way to make a bit of cash online, whether it be with this or some remote job or something, I don't know, but that would be infinitely better than any of these bullshit corporate jobs. Ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. So yeah, it's just like every year it just gets worse and worse and worse, and more people realize how bad it is, and then it's like everyone just kind of, what the heck, why the, okay, no, that's not where I'm supposed to go. Oh shit, it's fine. Anyway, I feel like everyone's just kind of like silently glancing at each other, waiting for someone to make a move, and no one's making a move, you know? Very few people are making a move. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. Where are we at? 23 and a half minutes? That's probably fine. Need to figure out how the hell to get out of here. I'll figure it out eventually, some way or another. But, yeah. So, thanks for watching if you did. Thanks for listening if you did. And, love and peace. Okay, bye.